Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining the Community Ledger. Today, I'm going to review this oldie but goodie. A lot of people didn't hear about it, and it's just now starting to circulate what Trump's plans are with regards to censorship, not only in mainstream media, but on social media as well. So you got to check this out. It is serious. Let's take a look.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses. To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their first research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around
I thought.
research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year calling-off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data. Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
Wow. Wow. Trump is not playing. Like, this man means business. Like, he is not playing. This man is not playing. I mean, I thought the border czar that he just named was a big deal, but this man is wow. I mean, this is huge. A digital Bill of Rights. I mean, do you realize how many people who have had their channels censored, have been shadow banned, who have been demonetized, accused of spreading misinformation, disinformation? People on YouTube have to cherry pick all these different words they can't say because they don't want it and I mean, not even words that are like, profane or controversial, just like, I mean, and we see ever since, the pandemic, it's been, social media has been incredibly strict on what you are allowed to convey, what you're allowed to share. This is massive. Like, this is huge. And he's like, if you're over 18, you should be able to see whatever the hell you want to see. And there shouldn't be anybody censoring nothing. Like, nothing. I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is, and I remember, I was having conversations trying to figure out, what the tie, what was Elon Musk and Trump able to really relate on. And number one is censorship. Like, that is something that Elon Musk is serious about, as well as Trump. And, I mean, Elon Musk took over Twitter, and which is now X, and Trump has Truth Social. Like, they're serious about that First Amendment right, as they should be. It's your constitutional right. The media shouldn't be able to, filter through what they want you to know. And when does it stop? We've already seen it start here in the pandemic, and now we're seeing it during the election. So when does it end? When does it end? They only tell us what they want to tell us in mainstream media, and we've only been receiving the truth via social media. And so now that we've been receiving so much of this truth, the Democrats, the oligarchs, the people who are in control are terrified. They're like, we got to put a stop to this. We saw John Kerry talk about it. We saw Hillary Clinton talk about it. They want to put a stop to this spread of information because they've lost control. They've lost control. And so this is the only way they can see that they can reel us back in and maintain power, as if we're just blinded. We don't know the truth. We're only spoon-fed what they give us, which we already know is BS. We already know is lies. And so the fact that he is coming into office right now, is incredible. And the fact that he's going to be able to have the Senate and quite possibly the House, Republicans are going to be able to have all of Congress if they get those additional seats in the House. This is just incredible. I hope he can do it. I hope that he's able to shut all of that down. People who have said things online which isn't inciting any sort of violence and isn't offensive, being able to get their channels back, be able to get on social media again, and be able, like he said, a due process. There's so many people who have lost their channels and lost their means of income, and there's no ramifications. It's like there's no appeal process. There's no, well, what did I do? How did I offend this particular network? And it's nothing. It's just, you out of here. I mean, even for me personally, I tried to set up a Facebook page and it was like, you're a robot, go away. And I'm like, what? And there's nobody you can call. Like, you can't call nobody. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that just means that I don't need a Facebook page. I'm a robot. I'm not a real person, according to their algorithm or their security measures. Like, and then I tried to email somebody to investigate, and they're like, yeah, we did an investigation and we decided that you're not real. We decided you're not real and you're a robot and you can't have a page on Facebook. Wow. Okay. So it's like, and that's nothing. Like, it's people who actually have pages who are disseminating real information and are crucified for it, and the thing about it is, it's scary. I get it. It's scary, but this information needs to be out. People need to know this stuff. People need to be aware. And so they've opened Pandora's box. Social media has opened Pandora's box. And we're in the age of information. I believe that was the catalyst to Kamala losing this election. There was so much information that was never dispensed via legacy media that social media just poured out, just rained out all over the world. The world. It was like, oh, this woman was a DA in California and she's, so amazing and so brilliant and she's full of joy. And social media was like, that's cap. Let me tell you about what she did as a DA. Let me tell you what she did as a senator. Let's go ahead and tell you what she's been doing as a VP all of these years. Oh my goodness. And then they just start unraveling all this other stuff that's been happening in this administration that is never on the news. And it's like, yo, social media just dragged these people. And I was telling someone today, these celebrities are getting dragged. And celebrities are used to being praised. They are used to everybody being a yes man, telling them how amazing they are, how great they are. And you have all these social media people you had all these celebrities who were endorsing Kamala, speaking on her behalf, showing up at her rallies, and shortly after were dragged. Okay, social media was like, no girl, no, that's not what we doing. That's not what we doing. Cardi B, you said you were staying out of politics. Boo, I'm gonna need you to go. I'm gonna need you to do that. I'm gonna need you to stay out of politics. So, I mean, and then the fact that they just announced Oprah was paid like $1 million to interview Kamala, and everybody should know that these are paid endorsements. Okay, J-Lo's not just getting up there because she's so passionate about Kamala and saving her children. Oprah's not up here because, oh my God, if you don't vote for Kamala Harris this year, you may never be able to vote again. No, you were paid. Okay, you are a paid endorsement. No, it's not genuine. It's all written on a teleprompter. It's all rehearsed. It's all BS. And social media is calling you out. Social media is like, no, I don't care what you're talking about. Yes, go back to singing, go back to dancing. We not doing that. We're not doing that. We don't care nothing about no Glorilla. We don't care nothing about no Meg Thee Stallion performing nowhere. Okay, these groceries is too damn high. Okay. We need to close this border. I mean, people's like, no, I don't want to hear none of that. These people live in multi-million-dollar homes and traveling the world and laying on the beach and trying to tell us about our struggle and what we need to be doing that's going to affect our lives. No, that's not working. No. And so social media has been the catalyst, okay? It has been the catalyst of having the truth exposed. And now you have a figurehead like Trump, who was like, listen, I am holding the torch and I'm coming in there and I'm kicking those doors down and I'm tearing up everything. everything that government has put into place to infringe upon your rights, I'm kicking all that shit over and I'm dragging out all the bad guys and all the fakers and I'm just exposing everything. I don't know if you guys saw a couple weeks ago, he said he's going to have those assassination files released. The assassination of Martin Luther King, the assassination of JFK. He said, I'm reading it and I'm releasing it. Oh my God. Like he said, I think the public needs to know. The public needs to know exactly what's going on with their government. And wow. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be a hellified ride these next 4 years, but it is a reckoning. It is needed, okay? It is needed because things have just gotten completely out of order. And if we want to maintain this Constitution, if we want to maintain these rights, it has to be done. It has to be done. I remember during the pandemic, people in Australia were saying, y'all the last ones. Y'all still got your guns. If y'all fold, ain't no hope for the rest of the world, okay? Ain't no hope. And you see how Australia was during the pandemic, okay? So we got to fight. We have to say, enough is enough. We need to get somebody in there that's going to kick them doors in and make shit right. And I am grateful. I'm grateful. I'm just thankful and proud to be on the right side of history with regards to this Trump thing. And like I said, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride because it is going to be a sight to see. And so again, thank you so much for joining me with this commentary and sharing these videos. If you enjoy, please do like, share, and subscribe. Again, my name is Drea Banu, and this is the Community Ledger.